Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bench. Of course, I'm DeMarcus.
I'm Ty.
What's going on, Ty?
Tired,
man?
Yeah, man.
Busy week?
Busy weekend.
Okay.
Just got back from Houston.
All right. How was? I seen you had tagged the game. How was the game?
Houston Rockets terrible.
I think you said the ticket was $40. $40. Was it good seats though?
It was great seats.
Okay, all
right,
really
good seats. So
you say you get Eric Gordon out of there, man?
Gordon got to get out of there.
For real?
Yeah, it's. Well, they didn't have Green play.
Okay.
And they didn't have Junior.
To my Porter Jr.
Yeah, he didn't play, but everybody else was there. Gordon just don't fit on that team no more.
They're too young for him, man.
Way too young.
They're way too young for him, and they're too athletic. They're too fast.
Not really. I mean, he led the team in scoring, but it's just.
I'm just saying the style of play that they're trying to implement. It just doesn't work for his game anymore. So, which I'm surprised that they still have him.
Yeah, they got to get.
I figured they want to do like a Jay Crowder type thing with him, where it's like, all right, bro, just sit down, and when we find the perfect spot for you, we'll bring you back in. Just stay in shape. Yeah. Because that's what the same thing they're doing with Jay. So, but I'm with you. So who did Houston win?
No. They got blew out.
Who did they play?
Toronto.
Yeah.
So I think
it's a bad matchup for them.
By the third quarter, I think I was
ready to go.
Oh, no, more like a fifth of a bottle down.
At that point,
it was just for the drinks.
Since I'm not enjoying the game, let me just enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So who ought you go with?
I went by myself.
Went by yourself? Okay, nice.
Pretty much just a weekend trip. Went out there, went to a game, went to a friend's baby shower, and then shout out to Hill and Brandon. Okay. And so it was pretty good. All
right, man. We're good. Well, man, before we get into any talk, I got a couple of things we need to talk about out the gate. First thing, breaking news, going across the internet, blowing up hot right now. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, man, because it's an aggravation for me.
Why is it an aggravation?
But Luka and Kyrie. So Kyrie just got traded to the Mavs. So what do you think? I'm gonna get your take on it first. I already know how everybody, see how you rock with Luka. So what'd you think about that trade? Do you think it could work? Let's start there.
Do I think it could work? Yeah. I mean, he worked with LeBron. He worked with
Luka
KD.
and LeBron ain't
I mean, they're not the same, but I mean,
because Luka volume is a whole lot more than LeBron's volume.
That's what I was telling my homeboy on the way over here. Yeah. It's just hot. It's real hot over there.
Oh,
jeez. I'm burning up right now.
John.
I'm hot right now.
John.
You knew I had to do it. Let's go, Dallas. We going back to the Western Conference Finals. I love this trade. I love it. But no, these are two ball dominant players. Yeah. So having a ball, what they say, it's not enough ball on the court. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see J Kidd, great point guard, see how it's going to make it work. Okay. But the only thing I said, I wouldn't have traded Spence.
Yeah, Spencer did with him.
He's been big for us.
He's been, especially, putting up 20
plus.
When Luka was hurt, he was y'all leading scorer. Yeah. And, leader too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Veteran leader amongst all the other players you got on your team. And he's the only one that can get their own shot.
And I feel like he's pretty much finally getting healthy off of his ACL injury. Yeah. 2 or 3 years removed from it.
But also too, it's like a welcome home for him because he came from Brooklyn. So him going back to team back up with Brooklyn, and then of course him and KD. I think him and KD will blend together well.
This doesn't make Brooklyn a better team.
It don't. I don't think it does either. Yeah. I think it leaves them still in the same spot they're in before the trade. But now my take on it, I don't know if it really puts you guys up there on the level where you talking about going to the Western Conference Final, because I like Kyrie. It looks good on paper. It looks good on the ground. That 77-2 together. But I just think with the volume of how both players are, I don't know. I really don't know if it's gonna work.
The trade deadline ain't over.
It ain't. They could make more. Y'all could make some more moves. I know y'all was talking about trading. What's his name? Y'all just got him this year. What's the big name y'all got?
Christian Wood.
I heard he was on the block too.
Well, he hasn't been playing like the last 2-3 weeks now.
Because he been hurt, haven't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But, well, like I said, I don't know. Time will tell to see how that trade works out. Trade works out for you, man. God, Lee. Why?
I said, why today?
Why today?
I love it.
Literally, y'all, as we're walking into the podcast, this breaking news come across my phone.
Like, I didn't think it was going to happen this early.
Yeah, I mean, not be the first one out there, to jump off the trade deadline.
And I was telling my homeboy as well. It's like, it might be a rental.
Yeah.
If I was Mark Cuban, go ahead and try to make this a long-term deal.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think he might do that just because Kyrie was very adamant about he wants to go to a team that wants to sign him long-term. Yeah. He don't want to go somewhere and be a rental.
And Mark Cuban is really, from a lot of stories you hear around the NBA and a lot of players, he's really a player owner.
Yeah.
So Jason Kidd is a player coach.
So you think the relationship will be good?
I think it would be good.
Okay.
I don't know how much ball Kyrie got into him, got left in him, but I know they was talking about a 200+ max deal for him.
Yeah, that's what's on the table.
So he's an all-star. He'll get the super max pretty much. So we have 2 super max players. Spence just signed that long-term big contract as well. Tim Hardaway Jr., that's who I would have gave up instead of Spence.
That's why I would have said the same thing. I mean, you still got the shooting on the floor, so it's not like losing Tim was going to lose a bunch of shooting for you.
Yeah.
So I think, and then like say Spencer, a defender too. He can defend. He can guard multiple spots. So I felt like him, Kyrie, and Luka would have been a better. Now that to me, if y'all had that, then I would have put y'all up, in that top tier.
Kept Reggie Bullock.
Yep.
That's a good defender. Corner ball shooter.
But then y'all can go small with Spencer on the floor. I think now I don't really think y'all can go small ball like y'all want to sometimes throughout the game.
Yeah, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. probably come off the bench more again now. Be that second player with Luka or Kyrie.
But like you said, we still got a long way ahead, man. A lot of things going to start happening, especially with this one being the first fire that struck.
Yeah.
So I think we got a lot of trades still coming. Like I said, y'all might not be done either.
Yeah.
But comment down below as always. Y'all let us know what y'all thought about that trade. All right, so then my next thing I got, man. So you got the Pro Bowl games going on right now.
I'm not watching it.
You ain't watching, man?
Nah, I'm good.
Why not?
I watched the everything leading up to it, the golfing, the dodgeball.
Yeah.
I watched that, but Pro Bowl.
You don't like the flag football spin on it, man?
Nah, I'm good. That's what I was telling. So why not do a 1v1? Like best wide receiver versus best cornerback.
Okay, so you're talking about making it to like more of a competition type thing. Okay.
Or best pass rusher versus best offensive line. Something like that.
Something different like that.
Something different or just do 7-on-7 or as linemen do, they do their pass rush skills. Something like that. Why not have that? It's not a lot of wear and tear on your body, but
true. Well, I mean, they're only doing from what I saw before I came in here. They're doing only basically 50 yards. It's not even a whole football field. They cut the football field down. Yeah, and they just
I'm good.
So you're not dealing with it. I don't care. All right, man. Well, like I said, it looked. I ain't gonna lie to you. It did look weird seeing these big NFL players running around pulling flags. Yeah. That did look a little weird. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, you still can get hurt.
That's true. Yeah.
You still wrong move to ACL gone.
Or some of these guys, they so used to playing tackle football, they run into somebody. And then I saw too on their shirts, they got like shoulder pads.
NFL wilding, they tweaking. Bad.
I don't know, man. They trying to figure out a way to make people watch it, I guess.
Yeah.
But all right, man. So those are the few things we had to get out the way that's going on right now as we're doing the podcast. But most importantly, let's get into these topics, man. We got a lot to go over. Yeah. First things first. Let's talk about Dak Prescott, man. Okay. He's a Dallas, on Dallas. I know you're not a Cowboy fan per se, but he's in Dallas. Is it time for people to start saying or stop saying he's an elite quarterback?
I think he's still right there on the fence. Like, give him a good season where he's not throwing double-digit touchdowns. Give him time to... That offensive line, especially on that left side, has been a revolving door for him. Jason Peterson, Tyron Smith, Tyler something. They just drafted a rookie. He's been playing really good. But from that guard tackle spot, it's been pretty much a nightmare for him. CeeDee Lamb is his only wide receiver threat, really. You're not buying this. Go
ahead. I'm letting you get yours out. I'm letting you get yours out.
Tight end, Dallas Schultz has been pretty good. But okay. I think he's right there on the line of elite. Could be, couldn't be. Was his pay cut worth it? No. That's too much for him. But I think he's right there. Is he the quarterback the Dallas Cowboys need? With a defensive like that, why not? Could be. I don't think their offense really shouldn't win too many games. It should be more relied on their defense. That's how I feel.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this: he's not elite, nor is he trending to be elite.
I think
he's a Tony Romo 2.0. He's a Tony Romo 2.0. He's good in the regular season, and he's gonna have these moments of where you're like, oh, he's so great, he can be there, and he's on that borderline of being elite or great, or he can get him to the Super Bowl. But then when it's time to show up, he don't show up. Like I said, he led the league in interception. It's just not by mistake.
No, it's not.
It's not by mistake. Yeah. Every Sunday was the same. I got to get better. I got to get better. Yeah. I'm not saying he can't evolve into a great quarterback. I'm just saying that he's not up there with the top tier
Maybe that offense just isn't for him then.
Well, I don't know if it's the offense thing, but they got rid of Kellen Moore. So and then they hired what's his name? Steiner. What's the coach's name?
Oh, Mike. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think his offense is going to be any different to help.
Might be less complex.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help Dak any. Yeah. I just don't think that, look, when you're talking about the Joe Burrows, when you're talking about
he's not.
Pat Mahomes.
He's not top.
He's not in the top tier. He's not in the top tier. So to me, for him to get the type of money he's getting paid, he's getting top tier money. He's getting, face of the league type money. If you're not going to perform that way, then people got to stop giving you that title. Yeah. I think he's a good quarterback, just like Tony Romo was a good quarterback. Yeah, he's not great. He's not spectacular.
I think if he
can't win you no games.
Yeah,
that's the thing about him. He's not going to win you a game.
It's a Cowboys curse.
It is. Yeah. I mean, Jerry Jones, he overhypes the team every year. The media overhypes the team every single year, and then they come falling flat, and everybody, oh my God, what happened? The same thing happened for the last 25 years.
Quarterback play.
Yeah. Because that game that they just lost was all quarterback play. He couldn't do nothing with the ball.
But that is a great defense, though.
Oh, the defense is stout. Now, don't give me they got a championship defense, but the offense got to match that at least.
No, I'm talking about that defense.
Oh, to my
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, but still though, the passes that he throws, the way he reads defense, he's just not. He just don't have it like that. Yeah. And another person that's starting to get on that same trip as him is Josh Allen for me. Like Josh Allen Josh Allen's starting to really show me some things I do not like.
Wow,
he's starting to show me some stuff. I'm not ready to put him all the way in that.
I don't think you was talking like this at the beginning of the season.
No, I wasn't. But I wasn't. I was not. I will say that. Okay. I was not talking that way. But now, looking at Josh Allen, he's starting to show me some signs that I don't like. So I'm like, I'm trying to pump the brakes on him. But he is not. I mean, like I say, you got Pat, you got Josh. I mean, you got Joe Burrow, and then you got the rest. That's the two top ones.
Of course, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. And I think Kellen Moore, I don't think was the offensive coordinator Dak needed, because Dak still need progression to learn how to be a quarterback. Yeah. Like you said, quick reads and everything like that wasn't getting it for him, They said CeeDee Lamb, your only wide receiver threat. He was doing really good. Trying to squeeze it into CeeDee Lamb or trying to squeeze it into these other wide receivers. It's hard. Yeah. A lot of interception. I'm not gonna say it wasn't his fault or it wasn't the wide receiver's fault.
Majority of it was his. Yeah. Bad reads, bad throws. Now a couple of them you could tell that the wide receiver ran the wrong route. Yeah, but that's far in between from 15 interceptions. Yeah. So
I mean, it's better than 30 though. Jameis Winston.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. I think if he ever did that, Dallas Cowboy fans would be, talking about.
Set his house on fire.
Yeah, you might have to get him some extra protection from all the death threats he would have got for that. So, all right, let's stay in the NFL. All right, man. So my guy TB12 retired again.
Finally.
Is it over with?
I hope so. I don't think we can put.
It's like I felt like when he retired again. You ever seen The Matrix? Yeah. The Revolution at the end when he was like, "Is it over?" And the dude was like, "Yeah, is it done?" So my personal opinion, I think he's done. I think he's done enough. And this past year has done enough to him to where it's like, bro, ain't no point coming back.
Do you see anybody breaking any of his records?
No. Okay. No, I don't see nobody breaking his Super Bowl rings, because you're talking about 8 rings. I don't see nobody, with the way the players move around the NFL now, and with the parity in the NFL too. You see a lot of teams getting better, small market and big market, and I just don't see the guys that have that skill and are dominating the same way that he dominated for all 20 plus years he played.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't see nobody breaking it. Now his passing yardage, somebody might break that.
Yeah,
because he did over. I think all combined, he did over 100,000 yards passing. I can see playoff wins. That would be tough because you gotta get to Super Bowls too. Because that's could technically playoff wins too. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough to break his records. It's gonna be tough, but I think so too. I think it's time to go ahead and end it, man, because You know, do you go to another team, uproot yourself from your family even further away to go to a team that you might win a Super Bowl with?
Yeah.
I know San Francisco was a big talk and Oakland was a big talk. I don't see him. I mean, now if he went to San Francisco, like I said, with that defense and with the offensive weapons he have, yes, I could see him doing something with them. But I just don't know if he got it in him to do it again. I think he really done this time.
I think his decision came so quick this time. It's just like
exactly. Before it was like, okay,
it's like wait.
Yeah, but this time he just and then in the background you see him on the video. He's on the beach.
Yeah, he's going for almost $250,000. So
yeah. And then like I posted on IG. I mean, he got almost $400 million waiting on him to go to TV.
Yeah.
To be a
10-year
commentator, yeah. So it's like, but also I know for him it ain't never been about the all about the money, because like I said, for him to in the time he's been in only earn $333 million, unless he was taking a lot of pay cuts throughout his career to make to pursue his greatness. So, but I'm with you. I think it's time to go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have 40 days and 40 nights and then he comes back.
No, I think it's
done.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hang him up. But even that exit interview was like, he's done, because he thanked
tell.
all the reporters.
Yeah, you can tell
Tampa Bay for having them, and
you can tell that he knew that was his last game.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Yeah. So, where do Tampa Bay go from here?
They got Thrask. They got him back there.
I don't want him.
I mean, but that's what you got right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not want him, but that's what you got. So, now you spend your time grooming him, but they got rid of Byron Leftwich. So I don't know offensive court, like what kind of offense they're gonna run. So they got a lot of stuff, and then they got to revamp the defense. So I think next year is gonna be a rebuild year for them. I don't think they're gonna be talked about next year.
I think that's another thing too, is how much money got spent into the defense instead of helping the offensive line.
Exactly.
He only had one offensive line returner from that Super Bowl this year, and then he got hurt. Two. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The tackle in the center. Then he got hurt, and it's just one. Then
that's what I'm saying. So
it's a lot.
So that's what I'm saying. So they have to touch every piece of the team, and that's why I think next year it's going to be a struggle for them, especially in that division. I think it's going to be a struggle for them. But we'll have to wait and see. So now, speaking of another quarterback, so Aaron Rodgers. It's the Aaron Rodgers saga off season again.
I don't think he's done.
You don't think he's done?
Nah, I don't think he's done.
But do you think he comes back to Green Bay? Because I know Devontae Adams said he should come. He wants him to come to Oakland.
Of course he do.
Yeah.
I mean, why not go to Oakland?
They got a decent defense. And then with Adams, and then he got Jacobs, got a run team, he got a wide receiver.
Jacobs a free agent, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's true. He is a free agent. So, but if he gets Aaron, I see him coming back.
Yeah,
they get Aaron, because I mean, why would you leave that? When you're talking about now, you get your even better quarterback
and a great offensive coordinator,
and then you still got Waller, tight end, offensive line decent. So, and then their defense is decent. Yeah. And then the division they're in, I think Aaron Rodgers can do something in that division.
Yeah.
But the only reason I brought him up was because I hope whatever he decided to do, he do it quick, like Tom Brady. I don't want this drawn out.
He's gonna have to ask for a trade. That'll be his thing, though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want this to draw out all the way up to training camp. It needs to be like quick. Like either you come back to Green Bay or you leaving Green Bay.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Do the Vegas Raiders have the money to get him though?
You're talking about because he what, $54 million,
something like that.
That he getting paid. I think it was 53. Yeah, 54 this year. Last year was 53. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're getting rid of Carr.
Why not the Jets?
Yeah,
you got.
But they got. I mean, but offensively though, they ain't got nothing over there he can deal with.
Yeah, good wide receivers. O-line is okay. Running back's okay.
Yeah,
he's not Aaron Jones or wide receivers. For the Jets is better than what he has over in Green Bay right now, in my opinion.
That's true.
But
and they got a decent run game, decent offensive line, but their defense is their main thing over there. They got a real good defense. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, so let's talk about the Super Bowl. I know Super Bowl's a week away, so we'll go ahead and get our predictions right now. And then also two things about the Super Bowl that makes it special. First thing is, first time ever, you've had two black quarterbacks.
I love it.
To be starters in the Super Bowl, and then two brothers go against each other too.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Who you think gonna win?
I got Philly. I feel like their offense and defense pretty much cancel each other out just because pretty much number one defense versus number one offense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Philly offense is better than Kansas City defense.
All around,
especially with they losing Snead, the cornerback, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got hurt in the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to play, but still playing hurt, trying to go against A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith.
Because with Mahomes not healthy. He's not 100% with his ankle.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's not 100% with his back.
Mm-hmm. And
then Snead, we don't know if he's going to play. Now, if he do play, he's not going to be 100% on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and then they got Mecole Hardman. He's out again.
Mm-hmm.
And they say he might try to play.
Yeah.
But I just don't think with the injuries that they have right now that's lingering, I don't think they're able to get, because like I said, really the only person dealing with the injury on Philly side is Hurts. Mm-hmm. He showed last week, the last time he played that, he's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I got Philly. And I know my cousin's happy about that because shout out to my boy AJ.
Yeah,
he's a big fan of Philly, so I know he'll have a nice little Super Bowl party to celebrate the game. But yeah, I'm with you. I think just both sides of the ball. I just think Philly's just a better team.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like it's the same situation like when Mahomes went up against San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Same type of thing. It's like you got a great defense on this side, and the offense is pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I think when you got a pretty good offense, then they got a great defense. That usually is a recipe for winning.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna end up winning too. Now, what do you think the score is gonna be? You think it'll be a high scoring game, or you think it's gonna be a low scoring game?
I think it's gonna be 24-10.
24-10.
Philly.
Okay. I ain't gonna say Pat gonna get beat down by 14. I give them, I think it'll be a touchdown. I think it'll be like a 35. No, I ain't gonna go that high. I'm gonna go 24-17, something like that. Okay. I think that's what's gonna be the end score.
I mean, Travis Kelce is pretty much unguardable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's really his only weapon he's got.
How do you guard him?
Yeah.
We got two great cornerbacks. You can lock down the cornerbacks on the outside. I mean, wide receivers on the outside with Bradbury and Slay.
Yeah. So. And then I think with Kansas City run game with their two running back, McKenzie and what's his name, Paco, I think they're gonna make up the difference too, because they can come out the backfield, catch the ball, and of course they good at running.
Yeah.
So I think them two will help Pat, because they're gonna have to implement them, because Pat not gonna be running all over the field. Mm-hmm. And if they turn into that, he can get himself hurt again. Once he get hurt, it's over with.
Yeah. And Philly offensive line is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Landon Dickerson, that tackle, that right tackle is he's playing through an injury. I can't think of his name right now, but he washed Bosa with a I think a chest or shoulder injury. He's
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Philly to me has the most complete team. They've had the most complete team all year long.
Yeah.
With Miles Sanders, of course, with Hurts, Adams, Brown, the tight end. I mean, they have all the pieces you need to be a winning Super Bowl team. Yeah. So that's why I think they're gonna win. But I think it's gonna be a close game. Plus, we ain't got to worry about no weather, so we ain't got to worry about no real. Only thing we got to worry about is bad calls, because there was a lot of bad calls in these AFC and NFC championship games.
Yeah, a lot of missed calls. And
I'm just asking NFL, please, whoever you get to be the referee crew,
get better.
Come on, man. Like, don't let these fools ruin the game, because they ruined the AFC and NFC championships. Yeah. So don't let them ruin the game by calling something they should not be calling. Leave it to the players to win or lose the game. That's just how I feel. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So moving on. So Sean Payton, I'm sure you saw him get picked up by the Broncos. What do you think about it? You think it's a good fit for them?
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm on the fence about it, just because Sean Payton's a great coach. I don't know about Russell Wilson.
That's the key That's what messed me up too. I was like, I like Sean Payton. I think he did a phenomenal job with the New Orleans Saints, and I feel like he can do well in Denver. Him and John Elway, I feel like they can put together something good on the field. I just don't know if he's gonna mix with Wilson.
My thing is how much we keep revolving these doors of quarterbacks and head coaches in Denver. Yeah. Let's start looking at John Elway. Why is he not fired yet?
Yeah, that's true. Because you are the person that's supposed to put the pieces together,
and he is putting a terrible piece together.
Every time you change a piece, you turn in a circle. You're trying to put a square in a circle piece every single time. So I didn't think about it like that, but that's just in general too. I've noticed in the NFL and NBA it's different. In the NBA, first thing they do is look at the GM. Yeah. First thing they do is when the team not playing well, things aren't going right, it's my GM's fault. Because it's your job to put the pieces together, build the relationships, do whatever you need to do to make it work. Yeah. And John Elway, like you say,
they do just got new ownership, so maybe
That's true.
John Elway probably could be out the door next year.
I'll say this:
if they don't do good.
They don't do good this year, then definitely there's probably going to be some talks of something of that sort.
Because I think you gave up 4 first-round picks. Well, 2 first-round picks between Russell and Sean Payton.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gave up a lot to get Russell, so you stuck with him. And then now you
signed them too.
And you signed them to a guaranteed contract, so you stuck with them, can't get rid of them. So hopefully, Peyton come in here and change the culture to where they can at least win some games. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because like I said, him and Breeze did good together. Yeah. So hopefully he can get Russell. But it also depends on the offensive coordinator, what type of offense they're gonna run.
Well, the offensive coordinator is him. He's the offensive coordinator.
True. So if they running similar stuff that he ran in New Orleans, they should be fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, their defense is pretty solid too.
Mm-hmm. So okay, all right. So then you got your boy, the defensive coordinator. What's his name?
DeMarcus Ryan.
Yeah, DeMarcus Ryan. He got signed with the Texans. What you think about that?
I like it.
I don't like it. I feel bad for him, man. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him, bro.
I mean, we thought the same thing with Robert Saleh and the Jets.
Nah,
look what Robert Saleh did.
But Robert Saleh went to me, a better situation than what Ryan's going to.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh had some pieces, and then they just had to draft a couple things, but they had some pieces. Mm-hmm. They don't have nothing in Houston.
Nothing to build off of.
What do you think? What they got there?
Nothing. Well,
I mean, they ain't even got They don't even have a. I mean, they had a solid defense.
I mean, their offensive line is okay.
They ain't got no quarterback.
Yeah.
No running back.
No, their running back is pretty good.
Who?
I can't think of his
exactly.
name right now, but he's pretty. Pierce.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's.
I don't know nobody in Houston.
He's okay.
I don't know nobody in Houston.
Brandon Cook's still there.
Okay. You said that name like he's.
That's the only player I know.
You said that name like he's somebody.
That's Mills and Brandon Cooks. That's the only 2 players I know, offense and defensive wise.
Okay, and Brandon Cooks, like, he just a slot receiver. That's all he is. That's all he is. He ain't no return guy. No, he ain't none of that. He ain't no number 1 threat.
I mean, he is averaging 1,000 yards pretty much every season.
Like I say, he's a good player, but if that's what Ryan's waiting on, okay. That's what he got when he walked through the door. It's gonna be a long season. I don't see him making it through the contract. I don't see him making it through the contract, man.
But you just got to give him time to build.
That's the thing.
The hardest thing too, I always say, is they need a quarterback. Bryce Young is on the table. C.J. Stroud is on the table. Mm-hmm. They got the number 2 pick. It's hard to build a quarterback up when you have like a defensive minded coach.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Because
that's the hardest.
Who's gonna be the one to put their hands on that and say, hey, this is what we do when everybody's that's in control and has power and has command is defensive minded. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about Ryan. He's a very great defensive coach. Mm-hmm. But are you gonna be able to put people in place to help with that part? Because you need that. In this NFL, you got to have a good quarterback.
Yeah,
you got to.
Because
even Silas he's realized that, like with Wilson, like Zach Wilson, he ain't it, and we can't get over the hump.
Yeah.
If he's our quarterback, we got to find another quarterback.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where they go, from here. Because they're gonna have to figure something out with him too. Because he's not working for them no more. I think he's done there too.
Yeah. I think he's.
You can't bring him back.
So I think Rodgers to Green Bay is gonna be a fit.
Okay. All right, so Stan, let's go back to our well, I guess you say Super Bowl, but no, he's not in the Super Bowl. But I got 2 young quarterbacks I wanted to put against each other and see who you would go for. Jalen Hurts versus Joe Burrow. Who are you picking?
The way John just looked at me.
I know. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. Just because.
Yeah, tell me more.
He can hit you on the run game and the passing game.
Okay.
I mean, Joe Burrow.
I'm about to say, go ahead.
He got Chase.
Go ahead now.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going Hurts.
You're going Hurts?
Yeah. I'm
going Joe.
Oh, I know.
I got to go Joe all day long.
Yeah.
I'm telling you why I like Joe. I like Joe's swag. I just love it, man. I love his swag. I like how he play. I just like everything, the confidence, like he don't care.
Yeah.
And like you said, he can hurt you on the ground. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, that ain't his first thing, but he can get out the pocket and run.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, his ability to take control, command of the huddle, and then go out there and get the job done.
Yeah.
You got to think he's coming to a franchise and turned the franchise around. Turned it completely around.
Hurts didn't do that either.
No, he ain't turned Philly around. I mean, Philly was already a good team before Hurts. Yeah, they was a good team before Hurts.
Decent.
Yeah,
but
what?
Him in command this year.
I mean, he's good.
He lost one game this year.
I like him. I like him over Dak. I think he's more elite than Dak is. Yeah,
it's like 35% of the quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying.
Better than Dak now.
That's what I'm saying. I like Jalen. I like him that much, but he's not in the caliber of Joe Burrow, though. He's not.
I mean,
I like Joe. I like Joe a lot.
They're right there. I feel like Jalen Hurts do need his recognition, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think people have been
snubbing him.
Yes, I think a lot of people have been disrespecting him because for the last 3-4 years, they got to find a quarterback. They got to find a quarterback, and every year he's just been doing better and better and better.
Yeah, yes.
And this year, I believe he's MVP. This year, I believe he's MVP.
So if he get MVP and a ring, he's still not better than Joe Burrow to you?
Nah, he ain't better than Joe.
Okay,
he ain't better than Joe. He better than Joe this year. He better than Joe this year. He is better than Joe this year. I will give him, and he's better than Pat. He's better than all of them. If he get MVP and Super Bowl,
and then he goes back down to the 32nd quarterback.
Because the top two leaders in MVP was last time I checked was Joe and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
those are top two. Like Jalen wasn't in the top. I think he was in the top 5.
He don't get respect.
Yeah,
it's because he got hurt too. But he's playing through injury and he's doing well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you look at those 2 games he missed, that lets you know it's not the offense. A lot of people say, it's
offense.
It's the offense or it's the players. No, it's Jalen. Yeah. If Jalen's not in the game, they struggle. They struggle to get things done because now it's a one threat. Like all he can do is throw the ball, but Jalen can run and pass. Yeah. So I agree with you on that. Jalen has been getting disrespected, especially this year and last year. Because last year he was putting up good numbers. Last year,
great numbers.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think he just needed. He got the offensive line is pretty much the best offensive line in the league.
Yeah, you got to have that.
Yeah, and his running back, he got 3 good running backs.
Yeah, you got that's a recipe for success. And is when you got a running quarterback, you have to have an offensive line that can protect them.
Yeah, and I think the biggest key this year was picking up AJ Brown.
Of course,
because you already got 2 speed wide receiver in Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith, and now you got a big body wide receiver can go over the middle, can come back, catch these comeback routes that you
post
throw.
routes,
whatever you need,
and he bombs, yep. So, and then goal line too. Goal line, you got jump balls. He's perfect for that.
I'm not finna run a jump ball with him.
Why not?
Hey, Jalen, quarterback sneak.
Nah.
Man, squat 600 pounds. Quarterback sneak. Read option.
See, that's what's wrong, man. That's what's wrong. Everybody want to give the quarterback the ball.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Why not get the ball to the running back? I would respect that more.
Read option. You got an option.
Read option on what line?
On 2, 3, wherever you want to go from.
See,
reading that in. Hey, if he bites down,
you got the Russell Wilson syndrome.
No,
that's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about.
Read option, run.
What's a read option?
Read option is the run, not the pass.
No, it is to pass the ball too, though.
No, you read the defensive end. It's 2 read options.
You're on the 3-yard line, though.
I'm not passing it. I'm running it.
So you running with either the quarterback or the running back?
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
So why not just line up in the run?
You can run a shotgun. Yeah. Read option. I'm not passing it. That was, I don't know what that was back in that Super Bowl.
That was what you talking about. Put the hands in the quarterback.
No.
Put the ball in the quarterback hands.
I'm not.
That's what that was. That's all that was. All right. I don't go with that. But all right. Next one I got. So let's rank some wide receivers and see what you think about these wide receivers.
Okay.
All right. So I got a few different ones. However order you want to put them in, or however you just want to rank them as, best to least best or worst.
Is it this year or overall?
Overall.
Okay.
Overall. Okay. Got Jamar Chase. Justin Jefferson. Jalen Waddle. Devontae Smith. St. Brown from Detroit. And then we got CD Lamb.
Did they all come in together?
Pretty much.
Okay. I know they all was like right there.
What would you rank these guys?
Jefferson probably be number 1.
Okay.
Just because I think he has the most yards and everything else. Like the last 2 seasons he's been in, I think he's like number 1. I'll go Chase.
Okay.
Number 2. Let me look at it again.
So you got Jefferson, Chase, 1 and 2.
Jefferson, Chase, 1 and 2. I'll go Waddle 3.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb 4, Smith 5, and then St. Brown. That's hard though, because none of them are. They're all pretty much 1-2 options on the team. So I like St. Brown. I really like St. Brown. Yeah. He reminds me of Marvin Jr. when he was there. But yeah, I think
that's where you're going with. So I went of course Jefferson and Jamar the same way you went 1 and 2, and then I went St. Brown 3. Then I went Waddle 4, Devontae Smith 5, and then CeeDee Lamb. I had CeeDee Lamb last.
Why you go CeeDee Lamb last?
Because CeeDee Lamb to me hasn't shown me the ability and the skill set these guys have shown me when it come to. I'm sorry.
It's his quarterback.
Well, I mean, Jalen Waddle haven't had his quarterback was out for half the year, so you know what I'm saying. So he ain't had no better stick than him, you know. So, but I'm just talking about when I look at the evolution of the wide receiving position. I just feel like key things for me is route running. Of course, ability to catch, and then of course the ability to be a threat, all over the field. And I just feel like CeeDee Lamb, he's not a threat all over the field, and I don't feel like he has amazing route running. Now he got hands, he can catch the ball. He's one of the bigger wide receivers of this group, just like Jefferson is. But like I say, just especially based off this year, what I saw this year from Justin Jefferson, from Jamar Chase, even though he was hurt, but just coming back and making an impact. And then when he did against Buffalo, in Buffalo,
killed him.
You know what I'm saying? So watching him play, and then Waddle, I think he was a good team.
I think Waddle pretty much him and Smith is.
And he got the hardest celebration too. He got the hardest. The penguin Waddle.
Yeah,
he got the hardest celebration.
I think Waddle is 3 for me, or top 3 or 4 for me, is because he's pretty much the only one that can take a quick slant 80 yards.
True. With that speed,
the speed.
He's one of the faster ones of this group too.
Yeah. Him and Smith.
Yeah. And then Smith, I think Smith has developed, like I said, being with Jalen, he's really learned how to play the position the right way.
Yeah.
I feel like Alabama was all speed. And even last year, just use my speed. And when I ain't getting the ball, I'm not in the play. Like now he's been showing that he can run different routes. And like you said, catch the ball and get down the field with it pretty good. And then Brown, I just like I said with Brown, like I said, he hasn't had really a good system, good quarterback, or good environment. But he's out there. He reminds me of like Torrey Holt. Being able to run different routes and be able to, he don't drop the ball.
No, he don't.
He don't drop the ball.
He's very solid for
Larry
that.
Fitzgerald X. Like when I get the ball thrown to me, I'm catching the ball.
All of these are 1,000-yard wide receivers.
Oh, of course, or more. Every year, no matter who their quarterback is. But like I said, that's why I think, for the ranking wise, and like I said, they're gonna be great for a long period of time. We're gonna be talking about them for many years to come.
For sure.
So, but the last thing I want to talk about, man, before we get out of here, of course, it's been in, this is more, culture, involved and impact. Of course, what happened in Memphis with Tyree Nichols. Unfortunately, losing his life after being apprehended by 5 officers. So I wanted to kind of get your take, because like I said, this one kind of hit me different in the sense of, it's like, okay, so now what? What do we do now? How do we come from this? Because before it was a black-white thing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
But now it's a black-black thing. So I mean, yes, they immediately fired them, charged them, all that. But I'm just saying, as a community, where do we go from here?
I feel like as a community, we're tired of it.
Yeah.
And it's like one of them things where it's kind of like, where do we run to now? They're like, oh, something happened, something go wrong, call the police. But now you can't even trust your own kind, pretty much. Yeah. And it's sad. It's hard. I didn't watch the video. I couldn't pull myself to watch the video.
Yeah, I watched all of them. I watched the 4 body cams.
Yeah. And
I watched, there was a surveillance camera like off of a street light pole that had 27 minutes of footage, and I watched all 27.
I couldn't.
And I felt need to watch it because I need to see it all in this rawest form. And like none of them, it's like you're waiting for that moment, watching them like, okay, at some point somebody gonna say something, somebody gonna do something, somebody gonna stop something.
Nobody stopped.
And nobody stopped. Everybody that kept coming, which is just piling on top of what already was happening.
And I don't know their tactics or nothing like that, but you see a car get pulled over and you see 5 police cars. That's like, why do you need 5 police cars for one car that's getting pulled over?
The procedure,
I understand that they have procedures and everything else, but it's questioning and it's mind blowing, and then you see this happen. It's like, well, maybe that's why they have 5 cars there. It's you can't wrap your mind around what's going on and what happened and stuff like that. The backstories that we hear or that we've seen and stuff like that. I pray to God that's not the truth.
Yeah. Because if it is, I mean, if it happens to be that, it's like, man, that still doesn't.
It doesn't warrant.
It doesn't warrant what happened.
Yeah,
it doesn't warrant that.
Yeah, you pretty much harassed this man, stalked him. Pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's just like you said, sad, man, because it's getting to a point now where it's like, okay, so no one is safe.
Nobody.
No one is safe.
Nowhere.
And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way, because I know a lot of police officers that are great police officers that protect and serve like what they signed up for. But I also know there's some bad eggs in every profession.
Yeah.
But it's just getting to a point now, man, like I said, I'm just tired of seeing it. Tired of turning on TV or hearing my phone go off because that's what's going on. And it's just across the boards. But that was my moment of like, man, what now? What do we do now? Because before George Ford and all these other situations was always a white cop, black cop. And everybody wanted to burn the city down. But now it's 5 black cops on 1 black guy. Now what?
Yeah. Where do we go from here?
Yeah. So, but I think like I say, as long as everybody that's watching this or watching the story can just be more aware of what's going on, and like, so hopefully people's minds and hearts, because it's a heart problem.
Yeah,
I really believe that, man.
Yeah.
It's really a heart problem that we have, not only just in America but just across the globe. People just don't really care about people.
No,
I think if we can start caring about folks and start loving people for their differences more than just loving them just because they're here, but love them because they're different, then I think we can appreciate every life a little bit better.
I think we also got to break up that it's pretty much a brotherhood in that.
Yeah, and
that's the hard thing. Like you said, people was just coming in and probably not asking questions what's going on here. They just jumping in like we don't know. Yeah, but stuff like that. That's the hardest thing.
And then I think too, man, they got to really start evaluating. Just like I got buddies in the military. You've been in the military. Like when they come back from their deployments, there's a psych evaluation that happens. So I think as these cops, they need to try to do more psych evaluations. See, hey man, how have you been doing? Serving this community, because of course a lot of them are serving kind of hard communities to deal with. So it's like how are you mentally dealing with all what you're seeing, with all the people you're dealing with? Are you good? And I know that costs money, and I know that's a big thing too, that police officers and police departments don't have the funds to be able to do a lot of stuff that we want them to do. But something's got to be done, man, because like I said, it's tiring. It's tiring. It's tired of seeing it, and just ready for it to be done with and not be such an issue like it is. So, but hey, man, I'm gonna wrap this episode up, Ty.
Good episode.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, you got the shirt on, man.
It's a great shirt.
You know what's bad about this, man, is that I could tell you had it planned out.
I literally woke up, I seen it. I had to find the shirt. You literally
had it planned out today to come in here with your Luka shirt on. You know how I feel about you and Luka. And I told John before the podcast started, I said, good God, why today? Before you came in, I said, why couldn't it be? It could have been Wednesday. I'd have been fine. Because then you just would have texted me, be like, Mark, you saw that trade? And I could just ignored you. But then I got to come here and sit with you and deal with this on the podcast.
It literally, like I said, I woke up from a nap, seen it, I was like, oh, I love it. Well, where's my Luka shirt? Yeah, I had to break the glass.
Gotta break the glass.
Pull out.
I ain't worn this baby in a while, but it's a perfect day to bring her back. So, but as always, man, we want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure you comment down below. Let us know what you thought of today's episode. And definitely we'll make sure to implement on the next episodes coming up. Like, subscribe, share our content, because it's helping us grow. On the Instagram, man, I appreciate all of the love that me and Ty's receiving, because we're almost 4 million hits on 2 of our videos. The one about Gilbert Arenas' comments with Grant Hill, and then of course with Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, his comments too. So I want to tell y'all, I appreciate y'all, the love y'all sharing with us. Please continue to follow us, help us grow the content. But man, until then, we're gonna see y'all on the next episode. Peace.